Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel, Motorhoming Fun. Well, we're on week 2 of work van to campervan build, conversion, call it whatever you like everybody, and today is actually day 7. We did have a day off yesterday. Yesterday we went and got a few materials ready for the next week's build and that, so we'll spin you around and show you what we got in the van. Right, we've got some MDF that is going to make our kitchen cabinets and our bed frames. We've got 2 sheets of 18mm and 1 sheet of 15mm, and we've also got this pile of loose timber as well. That is to form the little pelmet around this top. It'll drop down and we'll have hidden LED lights all the way around. So really that is our next task, that is, for the next week or so. It's a kitchen unit, it's a bit of painting. We've also got the doors to paint on the inside and everything, so yeah, everything I think is going to plan. I think we're going to come into a little bit of wet weather I believe next week, so I want to get these cabinets made. At least we can get them in the van then and start doing some painting. So let's get on, clear the van out, clear these bits out. We'll measure up, probably get these pelmet bits on first, and then we're going to cut these boards up into some rough sizes. I've made a bit of a cutting list, and that will probably be this morning's work, everybody. So keep following the channel, subscribe, comment and like. There's lots more to come from this build. Once it's completed, we'll do a full van tour, probably during the day and during the evening when the lights are on, and that I'm hoping to complete it by certainly by the end of September, so we can use it in October. So I think we're on schedule, so we'll see you all in a bit. Bye for now. Right, so we're going okay at the moment. We're getting a lot of the components cut for the kitchen and the slide out bed. So we've got some bits down here for the kitchen. The 2 long bits are for the top and the front of the slide out bed. We've got a little bit of a workshop going in the back garden at the moment, cutting MDF and all that, so we like to cut that outside and that, but we've got a couple of trestles set up. So at the moment we're going to make the front for the kitchen here and that, so that will have 2 tambour doors in it. They are roll up doors. So we're doing okay. We're getting all these cut out of big sheets and all that. They were heavy for me to lift, but I'm just about managing it. And then we're going to do that little light pelmet in the van for the LED strips, and then we'll call it a day for Saturday. We'll see you all soon. Right, little update. We've done the pelmet around the top there, over the back and down the side. We've also made the little fridge cabinet ready for the fridge to go in. As I say, the sliding bed is gonna stick out proud from the fridge. That fridge is about 430 depth and the bed will come out about 600. The cabinets for the kitchen are going to come over to about here on the door, so we've still got a good 2 foot to walk through. We marked it all on the floor. As I say, we've got a lot of the MDF cut, and that's going to be tomorrow's job, everybody. So we'll just show you from the back. Right, this is from the back doors, so we'll just show you roughly. We'll put a hammer down on the floor there, and we'll put these pliers down there. So the kitchen cabinets are going to come out to there. The bed as it stands, just a sofa, and that will be there. So we've got all this gap to walk down the middle and that, so I think it's okay. We're probably a little bit narrower at the far end. We can just about get the portaloo sitting here or in front of the fridge. I think most times I should just sleep on the single bed light, but we've got the option of a pull out bed as well. Sometimes Skylight's sleeping on the bed, so we've just got to adapt and try things. But as I say, we're nearly done for this Saturday morning. Sunday morning's job will be to make all the units up for the kitchen side, and then it's going to be make the bed frame, and then it'll be a bit of a painting job everywhere. We have got to do the varnishing around the bare wood what we just put up this morning, but as I say, we're going to have these stick-on LEDs all around the edge, so it'll give it a nice border of light in the evening. So yeah, I think we're doing okay. Right, so these are the LED strips. It comes on a little reel with a self backing adhesive, so we're going to stick them on the back now. As you can see, you've got 2 wires on the end. There is 2 wires on the opposite end as well, but I think they do that so you can link furthermore. This is a 5 meter roll, this one should be, so should be just enough to go around all the 3 sides. Well, that concludes day 7, everybody. So as I say, day 8 tomorrow, back onto the cabinets and all that. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's day 8 of our work van to campervan conversions, and it's Sunday morning, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We've had a bit of a later start today, so yeah, today we're doing the kitchen cabinets, everybody, and that we've made a little bit of a start this morning. We've got the first panel in place and all that. What we're going to do is we're going to get the panels in place, and then we'll mask up down the edges and do the painting, which is going to be black. They're going to be black front seas. So we've got another side coming on here. We've got a little mini oven going in the top here, and that mini oven, we put a socket box in there for the other side, and we'll probably put one low down inside here for the oven as well, and another shelf and that. So it's all coming along nicely in that. As I say, we're trying to make use of the decent weather for the next few days before the bad weather comes middle of the week. So as I say, we'll set ourselves up in the garden again. We've got this little bench going, got my kit out and that. As you know, I've been in the building trade 45 years, so we've accumulated a nice bit of kit, and I haven't been using it too much the last 12 months with my shoulder and everything, so but we're getting it all back out these last few weeks. So we'll continue, and we'll show you a little bit more soon. Bye for now. Right, we're going okay at the moment. That is the main tool unit sitting in place. We're just marking out the front and the over the counter bit for the worktop, which I'll show you. Right, so coming to the workshop, you can see we've done the little cutout at the top there for the oven, and this is going to be the tambour door. These roll up, so we're just marking that out. We're going to see where the spirals go and all that, so I think we're okay, and we're doing okay, everybody. So I'm quite pleased with progress at the minute. So we're going to have one tambour door there, and we're going to have one underneath the worktop here as well. So we're going to get those cut out and hopefully install those and that. So it's going well. Right, so that's one of the cupboard doors cut. You can probably see we put a little groove in there, and what we got is this knock-on rubber, so that gives it a nice sealed edge. So we'll put the join at the very bottom, and the tambour door will just roll up. So the next one is cut one alongside it to go under the sink and under the cupboard there. So let's crack on. Right, we'll show you how it's going, everybody. As you can see, we put the cupboards in. We just put this oven in there temporary at the moment. Just got to level the feet off a little bit on there. It's tipping backwards at the moment, but you get the gist of it. We've got 2 tambour doors going in. That's a 600 by 500, and that's a 600 by 600. The sink is going on the end there, so that will have the sink there. So this will basically be just worktop, little bit of worktop space there where I can put my little hob, and that I've got a little 2-burner camping hob and that, so I'm happy with that. We're going to put a little low down socket down the bottom there. That's going to be a little point for a little low wattage electric heater. As I told you yesterday, that is where the fridge is going to be. Coming back out, we're going to do the bed down this side, as I told you. So the bed is roughly going to come out. It's going to come out to that level. So we're going to have all this mid space to walk through. We'll just walk around the side. Right, this is the end of the sink. Now this we'll have a little door on here, and that will give us access to 2 water tanks, one fresh water and one wastewater, which we need to top up and empty all the time. That's just a little blanking piece there. We have got to dismantle this in the next few days, so we're not going to do too much because we're going to paint the back of the door black. So I've heard a lot of rumours on people saying, oh, we put our kitchen units in but we can't paint the back of the door now. So yeah, that needs to be done. So it's all coming on well, I think, everybody. So I don't know what you think to it all, but it's certainly, my vision is coming on well. Right, that's day 8 over, everybody. Bit of a longer day today. It's about 1:30 now. So thanks again, and we'll see you on day 9, whenever that will be, everybody. Bye for now. Well, come on everybody, welcome back to the channel. Motorhome in Fern, a work van conversion to camper van. We're on day 9 of the build today, and today it's going to be a little bit of painting and carry on with the kitchen units, etc. So painting wise, what I want to do is I want to paint the backs of these doors. I want to paint these all black, and that I want to get these done before the rain comes later in the week. They've got a good drying day today, so we're going to paint the 2 backs of these doors and the back of the sliding door in there. So we just got to dismantle this slightly, because otherwise we're not going to get to the back of the door to do a proper job. So as I say, it's all looking good. Sink is going to go in there on a little bit of a worktop. We've got a high up socket there, double socket, and that wire there is for a little spotlight, and that. So yeah, all is looking good. Right, welcome back everybody. Been busy the last 2.5 hours. As you can see, we've painted the backs of the doors now. They're the black to go with the theme. So another black door there, had 2 coats of black hammerite. We put another shelf in the bottom under the worktop there. We had to dismantle all of this to paint the door, so the doors had 2 coats of paint and all that. This is where the water container is going to go for the fresh water and wastewater. That's a 20 litre one. I have got another one of those, but unfortunately I haven't got the room to get a bigger one in, so we've got a 10 litre one what will do the wastewater, but fresh water is more crucial, so that's a 20. And that, I say, this is the wire for the pump the water up to the tap. Electric wire there, 240, that's going through to the outside. Down the bottom there, that's going to be for the double socket. So I'm just toying with the idea of making a little open rack above here now. I just think it'd be nice to put just small items like your canisters for coffee, sugar, and some mugs and that, because we are lacking a bit of space, and that we will have all under the bed. I'll just get out the van. We will have under the bed, but that's mainly going to be for the bedding, and I want to stick the portaloo under there when it doesn't get used. So literally we're going to have a little small food cupboard, a little small clothing cupboard with some clothing bags and that, obviously a few saucepans and that. We'll have a couple of hooks on here for coats, etc. We're going to stick the fire extinguisher somewhere easy reach and that. So it's just going to be, as I say, enough for a few days away, and that anything longer, as you know, I've got the roof bars on the top, and I have got a top box, so say if we went to Scotland and done the NC 500, we could put the roof box on just to take more stuff. But I'm pretty pleased. As I say, it's going to be basic living as campervans are, and that, as I say, I don't intend going away much more than sort of 2 or 3 days at a time. So as long as you've got a few clean clothes, undies and socks and everything, a couple of pairs of shoes, I think this is going to be lovely and livable. So we'll do a conclusion for day 9 soon, everybody. I'm just going to see if I can make this little bit of a rack in. It's coming up to lunchtime, and we'll stop for the day. Right, welcome back everybody. We're still day 9. We're going to conclude now. We're coming in the side door, and that's so we'll just show you what we've been doing. And that's so we just made this little top shelf here, everybody. I just think that'd be a nice little touch there. We can put the, as I say, the coffee canisters, sugar, and a few mugs at easy reach without having to dive into the cupboard all the while. We might even be able to get some small cutlery jar to put nice forks and spoons in. So yeah, all this cabinets are going to be painted matte black, satin black. The pine boarding, the V-shaped boarding, that will stay pine. As you know, we've got the LED lights at the back of this pelmet. The oven is there, little mini oven. We have just got to level the feet up because it is tipping back. But tambour doors still to go on, but we're going to paint the frames before those go in. So yeah, very happy with progress and that. We've got one more dry day tomorrow, weather-wise, and that. And then it's we're going to get some rain days, so we'll see what we can do. But I'm happy that we painted the backs of the doors as well, and that today. So as I say, van conversion is coming on a treat. So thanks again, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye for now. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is day 10 of work van to campervan build, and today's little jobs are, we're going to do a little bit more painting. We're going to make a door for the water housing under the sink, and general little jobs. The weather was a little bit indifferent this morning, so that's why we decided we're going to do a bit more painting. I'll spin you around. We're going to paint the fronts of the cupboards, and that, I think we're going to do that before we put the sliding bed in. We need to paint the fridge cupboard as well. Just gives us a little bit more room in here to do it, and that without struggling and that. So that is plans for this morning. We're going to cut the socket box in down there as well, and that. Doors, I'm not totally happy with them. I think we're going to do a different colour on these bottom panels, just give it a bit of a contrast. We're either going to put the ply back on and varnish it, or we're going to get some of the V-groove match boarding. I think it's just looking a bit too black, but that's my only criticism so far on that. But as I say, on with day 10. Tomorrow we're not going to do anything. It's my day of rest tomorrow, plus Sky's at the groomers tomorrow, so we've got a bit of a running about day tomorrow and that, but it's sort of going to plan. I would say hopefully by the end of next week it's going to be 99% completed. We just ordered some curtains for the little side window and to block off the front cab, and then yeah, we're not that far off, everybody. As I say, it's rapidly taking shape now, so let's get on with some work this morning. See you all soon. Right, just a little update, progress going good. As you can see, we made a little door for this cupboard to get into the water now, so that's all done. We're done a little adjustment for the oven. We put some packers under the back legs because the oven was tilting. We drilled a hole through for the plug to go through for the oven, and that's going to have an underneath socket. We've done the socket low down here. We're probably just going to put a couple of dividers in there for the washing up liquid and various things, spray bottles and all that, so just keep them separate and that. And then we're going to be having a bit of a tidy up, clean up, dust out, and then get on with some painting. So it's currently about 9:50 on day 10, so we should probably be on this till about 1:30 today, 2 o'clock. I want to get a coat of primer on and a coat of satin black. It's all quick drying, so hopefully that will be day 10 for us. We'll see you all soon. Right, just a little update. As you can see, we've been painting. We painted that little shelf unit because it's easier to do off than on. So that's had a coat of the grey primer, a couple of coats. So we'll show you inside the van now how it's looking. Right, so here's the kitchen unit. Basically that's had 2 coats of primer. It's MDF primer in grey, and that I find using a proper MDF primer works better, and grey definitely when you're using black. We've also painted the fridge cabinet and that, and around the corner you can probably just about make out the door as well. That's had a good coat. All these right angle corners, they're going to have a bit of trim on once it's finished. We're going to have a bit of pine trim as a contrast on the black, and that's so yeah, we'll give that another 30 minutes or so, let it go nice and dry. It is quick drying anyway, but and then we'll start getting a coat of black on everybody. So we should be done. What is it now? It's 11 o'clock, just after 11 o'clock, so I think finishing time probably be about 1 o'clock today by the time this is dried and we got the black on. So yes, we're quite happy. Right, welcome back. I think we're just about finished for day 10 now, everybody. Quick rundown what we've been doing today. We put the ply panels back on the bottoms of the doors for a bit of contrast. Not thoroughly happy with those at the moment. We might swap those for some V-groove matchboarding and that. Just a couple of little signs I'd already got it. We just hung up and that, so house rules. And on the other side it's pretty similar. This house is not a home without a dog. Bit of a panel down there. I just felt it needed a bit of a contrast, so we put those back just to really see how they look. We've got the black theme going well now against the pine. That's had a coat of the grey and the satin black now. Timber doors will go on the end of the week, Thursday, Friday. These are a carbon fibre front on them, and that's sort of a silver grey, and that I think that'd be a nice contrast. And that, as you can see, we put the little dividers in that cupboard in the middle there. As I say, we just want to keep the washing up bottles and everything else like that, the spray cleaner, all to one side. We've got to suss out where we're going to put stuff. We've got to put a few bits of clothes, some food, odd spare pair of shoes, but some will go under the sofa. And that's so you can see the little cupboard above the top there now, canisters, probably some mugs and some glasses, probably have plastic glasses. As you can see, the socket down there, and that the fridge cabinet is all painted black as well, and that we probably will just touch things up again last of all, and that, but I'm really pleased. As I say, we've got the black door around there. We'll show you from the side door next. Right, this is from the side door. As you can see, all nicely blacked up. We've got a pine corner trim going on all the external edges. The water tank in there. We'll start getting some of the electrics on another day as well, some of the wall lights and everything. You've seen the spotlights on the ceiling. Those wires need to be tucked away and connected up properly and that, but yeah, it's taking shape. We're going to have some bit of carpet on the floor. I did think about vinyl, but I do like my bit of comfort, a bit of carpet and that, so it's only cheap stuff, about £20 will do this, and that should be coming possibly tomorrow. So as I say, day 10 complete. Tomorrow day off, Wednesday, and that we've got Sky to sort out tomorrow. She's going to the groomers and that, and a few other bits and bobs running about. So yeah, we'll see you on day 11, whenever that'll be, Thursday or Friday this week. See you all soon. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel, Motorhoming Fun. We're currently on day 11 now of work van to camper van and that. So this morning's job is, we're just going to do a few little jobs this morning, nothing too much. Yesterday didn't really go to plan on our day off. Sky was meant to go to the groomers, but that now got cancelled to Friday, so we're just spinning around. Right, what we're doing today is we're going to put a pine top on the top of the fridge unit, and also we're going to just wander out to the van. We're going to see if we can get the worktop cut onto the units ready for the sink, and that just depends on the weather at the moment. No rain currently in Northamptonshire, but it is imminent, I think. So they're little planned jobs. We can always do a bit of electrics inside the van and that, but I want to get these odds and sods done before we start putting the bed in, because it will make it a little bit restricted for working. But hey ho, never mind, let's get cracking. Right, quick update, all going well. You can see we've got the worktop basically cut. That was a nice piece of worktop I had spare off the job. It's a nice deep grey colour. You can see the top on top of the fridge now. That's a pine top. We screwed that from underneath and put some more supports. Hopefully it won't curl too much. And with a spare wood, we've made this little sort of a chopping board, breadboard, and that will sit over the top of the sink, and it just pops on, and we can use it as a little bit of a, as I say, chopping board, breadboard. We will give it some coats of oil and everything. It is just pine, it's not the best stuff and that, but we're making use of materials we got. So we're going to try and get the sink cut in now, hopefully before any impending rain comes. We've got a lot of kit out and that, but as I say, day 11 is going okay at the moment. Right, that's the worktop and the sink cut in now. We're just going to put the waste in there and possibly just put the tap on. Then we're going to seal it down with some silicone. We're probably going to have to weight it down with some bricks and that. There's no clips underneath it, so it's just purely stuck down. But I think once we've done that, we're going to call it a day for day 11, everybody. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on day 12. Bye for now. Right, good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're on day 12 now, work van to camper van. As you can see, day 11 was quite productive. We've got the sink in, everybody. As you can see, we've made a little board to go on the top. Just a cold water tap. It moves up and down and everything, and that lever, it's got a micro sensor in. We just had to reduce the board down in width. I had a little problem when I was asleep last night. I kept thinking, well, is the cooker going to fit? And we've got this portable 2-burner hob what sits here, and no, it didn't. So we just had to reduce the board by about 1 inch, and we should take this away when we're not using it during the day, so you got a little bit of worktop space. I've also removed that little top cabinet now. Got a bit of painting to finish. I found that was going to be too imposing with saucepans and everything, so that's gone. And that, so today's tasks are possibly tambour doors. We're going to put the rubbers on the inside edge, start getting some electric lights connected. We've got the worktop end to go on, that come yesterday. We've got a push button knob, hopefully that will come in the post today. We've also got the fridge we can put in. We've got to reverse the door on that, but these are all little finishing bits. We will do a full review at the end of everything, and that this is probably the last weekly vlog, and then it'll be just the big reveal. Oh, we've got all the pine corners to go on now. So that is today's task, everybody. Right, quick update. Right, as you can see, we've put an LED in here, USB point, just a little pocket thing there to put my Wi-Fi unit. That'll plug into the USB. We've got a socket connected under there now for the cooker. We put these trims on the corners, and that they're on all the external corners on the kitchen. Down here as well, we've got to put the oven back. I need to put a bracket on the oven just to secure it in place. Just an LED above, and that corner mould on each end of the cupboard there. Worktop end to go on soon. Tambour doors will hopefully go on. We've got one more light, LED light to go up there, everybody. But we're coming on, all these finishing touches. I'm waiting for the carpet to come. It did come yesterday, but yet again they sent the wrong colour. That's 2 times. I keep asking for a charcoal grey and they keep sending a pale grey, so hopefully 3rd time lucky. And that, so looking good. You can see a socket over there now. We're just going to touch that paintwork up and that, and then hopefully Saturday we'll possibly be on bed making. So yeah, happy with the progress for day 12. Right, everybody, that's the end of day 12 for me. It's lunchtime, about 1 o'clock, and so that's the end of week 2 done for us. This is about as much as I'm going to do today. As you can see, the tambour doors are on now. We've got the corner trims on. We've got the oven fixed in place. That's secure. Just got the hob on there. That only sits there temporary. That will get put away when we're not using. Been doing some electrics. We've got a light there. We've got the socket down the bottom, and that we've got the light on the wall up there as well. So we've done quite a bit today, and that will just spin you around, and that. So there's a light again at the far end. We've got a mixture of lights. We've got the ceiling lights. We've got all the perimeter ones around the pelmet and that. But I'm really happy now. It's taking shape. Tomorrow, Saturday, we'll probably get the fridge in, do some odds and sods, suss the bed out, and then hopefully next week it should be all completed. So don't forget to subscribe, comment and like, and we'll see you on day 13 on Saturday.